What's up, man? So this is the back here, and you can see this hatchway is again roughly 4.5, 6 inches, something like that. Here, I'll measure it out right now. Five, yeah, 4.5 inches, maybe a little less. So that doesn't leave a whole lot of space, and that's my concern. Again, unless things clear, but this, in any case, that red line is where 6 inches falls from the top edge. So that doesn't leave a whole lot. I will go ahead and measure that too. That is, yeah, just 1 and 3/4 basically. So what has got to happen is I need a measurement for where the motor mount overhangs, or how far down it overhangs typically, because that motor should rest right on there without any bolting or anything. It should rest on there just fine, without support, without anything. So I need a distance essentially, and what I can do is cut a square to that distance, and I can almost already promise you we're gonna have to move this hatch. Unfortunately, that's kind of what I'm getting at, I guess. But for the sake of argument, some measurements would help, if I can, who knows, So, but cut a square, drop it down to what's needed, close it all back in, make some pieces. I'll make some kusa, glass it in. Basically, do the same thing I did here. It's the same exact thing. I'll have to do just the reverse. I'll literally make a box and then bond it up there, glass it in. That's what I would do. That's, I think, pretty cut and dried. Again, just some measurements, and the only thing that's not cut and dry is where we would have a pedestal. What is this distance? This is 15 and a half. I mean, most of the pedestals I put in, man, have been like 8 to 10 inches, something like that. So I kind of had that in mind. I know for sure that 15 is more than enough space to center a pedestal. However, if we can, narrow that down, then I can just move this hatch, and I'll literally just cut this or make a new piece or whatever works best to make it happen. Which is probably the best move, instead of trying to find a hatch that fits. I mean, probably you can, but this is a pretty big space. This is probably the right size hatch for this space. As far as being mechanically accessible, which I think is what you're looking for. So that's my thought. And alternatively, man, do they make a bracket for this? Because that would be the other option. I've built a couple of boats that just have a bracket. These guys put a bracket on the back. I built I think it's a Patriot, not that long ago, 27-foot Patriot, that the guy did exactly the same thing, except his gunnel went over the side, not over the side, but over the inboard edge, with the pole holders and that kind of thing, and we continued that over the top, and the motor initially hung over the edge like you're trying to do here, but he bought a bracket for the back. So I don't know if that's an option for this, but could solve all of our it would be less work for me, I'll put it that way. I'll just continue exactly what I'm doing and keep going. So maybe that's a solution.